It's time now for a look at the latest in local sports. In sports, the Atlanta Braves lead the best-of-7 World Series with the Houston Astros 3-2, but fell last night in Atlanta 9-5. Simply couldn't close it out in Atlanta. Game 6 Tuesday night in Houston. First pitch 8:09. If there is a Game 7, it's set for Wednesday night, also in Houston at 8:09. Getting all the action right here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. Congrats to the Appleton County girls softball team. They captured their first ever state championship, beating Sonoraville over the weekend 3-2, 4-1 for the championship. In 5A, Stars Mill won the state softball championship. High school football Friday night, the Jackets took the weekend off as they'll close out the season this Friday night in Waycross against the Ware County Gators, who clinched the top spot in our region with a 28-21 win over Veterans. Ware County, the number 1 seed, headed into the state playoffs, while Warner Robins locked up the number 2 seed. They win 22-7 over Coffee. With the loss, Coffee gets the number 3 spot into the state playoffs. Will be on the road. Also on the road will be Veterans. They get the 4th spot. Jackets still winless without a win Friday night at Ware. Would have finished the season at 0-9. That would mark the first year in football history in Wayne County that Wayne County finishes the season winless. Other scores, Appleton County still undefeated. They roll over at Brantley 48-7. They have the big showdown this Friday night in Pierce County, who shut out Tatnall 35-zip. That game between Appling and Pierce will be for the region championship and the number 1 and number 2 seeds into the state playoffs in AAA action. Other scores from Friday, Brunswick remains unbeaten. They beat Bradwell 49-6. Colquitt beat Tift 31-6. Liberty over Beach 32-26. Richmond Hill 27. South Effingham 13. Effingham over Statesboro 34-31. Jeff Davis shut out West Lawrence 43-0. Once again, it's Wayne at Ware this Friday night in Waycross. The swim team was in action at Ware County on the 28th of October. The boys finished 5th with 37 points. The girls finished 4th with 20 points. Some of the individual events, Braxton Westbury finished 2nd place in the 200 freestyle with a time of 2:37.9. Also, Braxton Westbury 2nd place in the 100 fly with a time of 1:04. Jack Trapnell in 6th place in the 50 free. Captain Trapnell in 9th place with the 50 free. Jack Trapnell 6th place in the 100 free, and Captain Trapnell in 9th place in the 100 free with a time of 1:09. In varsity girls, Brooklyn Hanklins finished in 6th place in the 50 free with a time of 31.1. Cassie Velosin finished 7th place in the 50 free with a time of 31.24. Emmy Shalfin finished 9th place in the 50 free with a time of 33.0, and Riley Rush finished in 15th place in the 53 with a time of 36.19. In the 100 free, Cassie Velosin finished in 4th place with a time of 1:11. Emmy Schaffen finished 5th place with a time of 1:17. And Riley Rush finished in 7th place with a time of 1:23. Brooklyn Hankins finished in 6th place in the 100 breast with a time of 1:32. In the women's medley relay, they finished in 6th place, and the women's freestyle relay finished 3rd place. Brooklyn Hankins, Emmy Schaffen, Riley Rush, and Cassie Velosin. College football on Saturday, Georgia remains number 1 as they roll over the Florida Gators 34-7 down in Jacksonville. Next up for the Dogs is Missouri at home this Saturday at Athens. Georgia Tech loses at home to Virginia Tech 26-17, and the Eagles lost at home to Georgia State 21-14. Elsewhere is Auburn over Ole Miss 31-20. Miami beat Pitt 38-34. Notre Dame over North Carolina 44-34. Ohio State beat Penn State 33-24. Oklahoma stays unbeaten. They defeated Texas Tech 52-21. Michigan State still unbeaten. They hand Michigan their first loss 37-33. And Mississippi State over Kentucky 31-17. After the weekend, the top 25 looks like this. Georgia remains at number 1, followed by Cincinnati at 2, Alabama 3, Oklahoma 4. Michigan State moves up to number 5. Ohio State is 6, Oregon 7th, Notre Dame 8th. Michigan falls to number 9. Wake Forest still unbeaten. They move up to number 10. Oklahoma State comes in at 11, Auburn 12, Texas A&M 13, Baylor 14, Ole Miss 15, Texas of San Antonio 16th, BYU 17, 18 Kentucky, 19 Iowa, and rounding out the top 20 is Houston. 21 is Coastal Carolina, 22 Penn State, 23 SMU, 24 Louisiana Lafayette, and 25 Fresno State. This week, the first look at the top 6 in the running for the playoffs will be released. Top 4 will make it into the playoffs for the national championship. Georgia still the unanimous pick at number 1. Again, at the moment, Georgia still has Missouri, then at Tennessee, Charleston Southern, and then at Georgia Tech. Then the SEC championship game as Georgia's locked up the SEC East. So fans making reservations in Atlanta going to play either Alabama or possibly Auburn. If the Tigers run the table and beat Alabama at the end of the season, it would be Auburn. If not, it'll be Alabama. Pine Forest Country Club hosting a night golf tournament open to the public on Friday, November the 12th. Food at 6, golf at dark, $50 per person. They encourage people playing to bring a flashlight to navigate the course. 12 holes, all par threes, pay 3 places. Teams will be drawn from a hat after the final hole is played. Prize money to be determined by the amount of entries. And if you'd like to sign up, call the Pro Shop at 427-6505. Again, that's set for Friday, November the 12th at the Pine Forest Country Club. NFL football Sunday, both the Falcons and Jaguars lose. Falcons lost to the Panthers 19-13. Jaguars lose to Seattle 31-7. Other scores in the NFL, Bills over the Dolphins 26-11. Niners over Chicago 33-22. Pittsburgh over Cleveland 15-10. Eagles over Detroit 44-6. Titans beat the Colts 34-31. Jets upset Cincinnati 34-31. Rams 38. Texans 22. New England downs the Chargers 27-24. Denver over Washington 17-10. Saints beat Tampa Bay 36-27. And the Cowboys go to 6-1. Last night they beat the Vikings with the backup quarterback 20-16. Tonight it's the Giants at Kansas City. The Atlanta Falcons have lost talented wide receiver Calvin Ridley. As he announced Sunday, he's walking away from football to focus on his mental health. Ridley has missed the last couple of ball games dealing with a personal matter. It also didn't travel to London. Ridley, in a statement, says he needs to step away from football at this time and focus on his mental well-being. The Falcons head coach Arthur Smith declined to go into details about what Ridley is dealing with. Quarterback Matt Ryan says the teammates wish him all the best and support him. They state he's a great friend. But again, the Falcons lose Calvin Ridley. High school basketball season about to begin. Both the varsity girls and boys have a scrimmage here at home this Thursday, November 4th. They host Liberty County. Girls game will be at 5. The boys game at 6:30. Games to be played at the Benny Ratliff Arena. First regular season game set for November 19th when the teams host Brantley County. But again, those scrimmages set for this Thursday here at home against Liberty at the Benny Ratliff Arena. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports.